Are you ready for our bullish talk show? We got guests for days, all queuing in a row. The biggest names in the DeFi space. Black, white and yellow, guests from every race. So hands off your dick, cause now you're in love. We're talking crypto daily with a big pump duck. Big duck energy, let's make banks fast. Come chill with us here on the Pondcast.
Yo, 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 what's going on, mother duckers? It's another week of the Pondcast here today with a special guest, Ko from the KATCHU Project, continuing on with our typical routine of having some of the most influential people in the crypto space. KATCHU is a strong project on the Solana meme chain, and Ko is one of the best spaces hosters within the overall crypto space, bringing in lots of collaborations from a lot of different Solana meme coins. So we are excited to have him here and hear a little bit of his story about Ko. Ko, what's going on, man?
Hello. Thank you very much for having me here. Thank you very much for that amazing speech. And man, I'm so excited. I have so much respect for Doug. You know, I love you guys. I'm following you since the start. You know, we are in the trenches since a half year or even more than a half year. And yeah, now it's finally time to take part in the well-known, famous Pondcast. Hello.
Well, we're happy to have you here, man. And sounds like you've been listening to the podcast for a couple weeks here now, eh?
Yeah, this is what I want to do in my free time. I don't have much free time, but when I have free time, like I go out there, I take my smartphone and I listen to ducks, you know, like in the free nature, in the wild crypto space. Sometimes you do crazy stuff, you know. It's amazing to watch these ducks ducking around.
Ducking around. I love it, man. Well, normally we like to start off this space to hear a little bit about our hosts and what our hosts are ultimately doing within the crypto space. Well, so kind of one of the first questions that I have before we get to a little bit of an intro into your project is, would like to hear a little bit about, you know, your foray into cryptocurrency. You know, where did you first hear about it? When did you come into crypto? And, you know, maybe which cycle this is for you, and you know, it's whether you do this stuff full time or not.
Yeah, that's a good question. So the gap between when I heard about crypto first and when I came to the crypto space is pretty big. So like I'm in my 30s right now, and I actually, like since 20 years roughly, like since I was like in the seventh grade, I'm very much interested into politics and society and all. Like I always chase for the truth, you know. And like a lot of people, they don't ask themselves the questions, where are we, like on which planet are we walking, how does everything work, you know. They don't try to see the big picture. But I was someone, I always wanted to see the big picture, always wanted to understand, to have knowledge, not only believe in that what the school system is teaching me. So with saying that, like I was in that so-called truth movement. And yeah, you can call it like, critical people say like conspiracy theorists, but whatever. But like I was in the truth movement, like a lot of the stuff came true, you know, like and I was proven like kind of to be on the right path. So I knew from Bitcoin when it was below $1, because I remember the early stages of Bitcoin. Bitcoin was first, even before it was used as a currency in games like World of Warcraft and other stuff. Like Bitcoin was a very popular in the truth scene, and it was sold like the biggest enemy of fiat currency, of the Federal Reserve Bank, you know, because there were like a lot of people that were critical about the money system. And Bitcoin had something promising, like even when all Bitcoin are minted, there's like a max of 21 million Bitcoin, and this was kind of a big stuff. And yeah, I was finalizing like my high school, and yeah, I had like 2,000 euro on the side. And I was even thinking to buy for 1,000 euro Bitcoin, because I was following like a blogger. He's dead current, like since almost 10 years, but at that time, Like I read every day his blogs, and man, this guy, he was always right about everything. Through him, I knew about Bitcoin. I was thinking to invest, but yeah, long story short, I ended up not buying Bitcoin. I purchased my first car from 95, Audi A4, you know, black Audi A4 mafia car, you know, and the other €1,000, I don't know, man, parties. I don't remember, you know, but I should better have invested into crypto. So yeah, and then after that long gap, then I came into crypto in 2020 to 21 with the GameStop hype. I was actually at the time into the stock market, leveraging like precious metals and other stuff. And yeah, I was very active on Reddit, and I found out about the GameStop AMC thing, about the idea with the supply squeeze, you know, and it all made pretty much sense to me, and it looked so easy, you know. Yeah, it's easy, buy and hold, you know, that's it. So I was there with GameStop, and yeah, after that, you know, like there was like a lot of talks about Doge, you know, like I was on Reddit, and you saw automatically Dogecoin, and yeah, like I went from GameStop to Doge, and I invested into Doge, but Dogecoin, but there was not I was not diamond holding this because I I went to a website, and I saw there like a very fresh token that launched, let's say, just a day ago, a shitcoin, and I aped into it with a few €1,000. And yeah, I directly experienced crypto. The team, they created a pump and dump, and after I bought, like a half hour later, they dumped, and I was 80% down.
Well, I mean, that's typical in this space, right? I mean, I've been thinking a little. We've been seeing more and more of that lately. I think one of the more viral things that we've seen in the last 24 hours was the 13-year-old kid that ended up pumping and dumping a coin, and being like, "Thanks for the 20,000 bands, motherfuckers. See you later," and dumps the coin. And of course, you know, it's this is a very degen world, so of course the crypto scene goes and pumps it back to new all-time highs in spite of the little kid, and I'm sure he's absolutely hitting himself because he's missing out on generational money. But
Or
I think
plot twist, like he's super smart, IQ over 9,000, and it was all a marketing stunt, and yet other wallets, you know.
I mean, you know what was hilarious is I think, or not, maybe not hilarious, but kind of fucked up is apparently somebody figured out who he was, doxed him, and his dog got kidnapped. Did you hear that?
No, man, that's sad, man. Like that's
It
not
is
right.
sad. That's why you don't dox in this space, even if you're a 13-year-old Gen Z fucking rugger.
Yeah, it's not the dog's fault, and I believe in karma. I think life like already slapped that kid, you know, like this 30K. What is 30K?
Yeah,
What is
they're not
30K nowadays? You know,
scammer.
it's not life changing money, you know. Like this kid will end with no friends, you know, like and with this kind of attitude, like he'll only like get bad friends, you know, get into yeah, but still I wish for him all the best, you know, like anyways, like we're all not angels, you know, we all did mistakes here and there. And when I was 13, I remember, you know, I was gaming here and there a little bit, you know, like yeah, I was into politics, I was interested in stuff, but I also did some bullshit, you know, like you're 13 years old, you know, you're kind of like a rebel, rebel, you know. And for him, ragging people, he don't even realize what he's doing, that he's robbing people from hard-earned money, you know, maybe people that invested, maybe they have families. These kids, they don't think that far, you know. So for him, it's like playing Fortnite probably, you know. It's just, it was cool for him that he could do it, you know.
He's sitting there dancing with an L on top of his head, you know. I got the win. I got the win.
Yeah,
No,
it's a
but
game for
seriously,
them.
if you're out here listening, please return that kid's dog. That's really fucked up.
Yeah, man. I love dogs, you know. Like I'm a cat, like I represent a cat, but I love dogs as well, man.
If it
I
was
have
one of
both.
you mother duckers out here listening in the space, please return that dog, okay? Invest your money in KATCHU and Doug the Duck where you're not going to get rugged by the devs, all right?
Yeah, actually, I really kind of, you can imagine someone, like a duck on steroids, robbing a dog, like it's it's like what these crazy ducks are doing, sad ducks, that were left alone in the pond, like sometimes they then like go crazy and do some crazy stuff.
Well, honestly, so tell me this: where did you get the idea for KATCHU? We talked about your foray into crypto. When did you decide to list a project, and where did the idea of KATCHU come from?
Okay, so then I need, let's say, like to go back where I ended earlier. So in that token where I was, like after that pump and dump, um, like it was the first time that I was active in a Telegram chat, and usually like I looked at this prior like as a waste of time, but I became friends with some people in the group. I started to do memes, and I started to love that whole meme space. And at that time, like I had a feeling like this token on the chart, it was dead, and there were like me and a few other people that stayed active. We just had fun. We gave a big F about the money. We just enjoyed, and we decided back then to do a so-called, like it was like a OG OTC, a OG, let's say like community takeover CTO. And we took that token back from 300K to 80 million dollar in that last bull run on Ethereum. And yeah, within that time, like I gained a lot of experience. Like I learned that, man, like I was like investing so much energy and love into that and wanted to push that so far, but there were like some anonymous people with 4 or 5% of the supply that were never active in the chat, and one of them like ended up to dump like $1.5 million in one day, and he kind of ruined the whole momentum. And then other things happened, so I stayed away from crypto for a while, especially during the bear market. And then like a friend hit me up, like a friend that I knew from crypto from that time, when in this year, like in March, there was like that wave, right? Like a lot of meme coins went up, etc. It looked very bullish, like the bull run is around the corner. And he hit me up and he said like, "Yo, Co, hey, let's do a meme coin, just for fun. Let's launch a meme coin, just us two, like maybe like someone else as well, like a small team, not like we did in the past. We learned from that bullshit. We will avoid all those mistakes." And I said like, yeah, okay, why not? And while we were planning that, this grew to so much bigger. Like we became so bullish about the concept. We had a very cool idea for a cool narrative. And then like while we were like in the planning stage, we thought like, okay, no. This is not just like a random meme coin where we just, let's say, like launch and then see how it goes. And if it doesn't work, then fuck it. No, like we decided we will take it serious. Let's really like go all out with this, and so we decided to launch it. Like we were thinking, okay, like this season, this bull run, probably there will be like a very strong cat meta. And also like since we are at that age and we all grew up with Pokemon, we all love Pokemon, and we know most people in crypto are at that age that they are familiar with Pokemon as well. So we kind of made a fusion between a very well-known Pokemon and a cat, and then we created that lovely character that you see here in my profile picture. And yeah, it was fun for us to think about the narrative that is kind of gamified, like our narrative is, and this is also like our Twitter is called level 100 coin. Like our goal is to reach level 100, and level 100 equals for us $1 billion market cap. So basically, the community from KATCHU, the KATCHU clan, they're all basically trainers, and they support that beloved mascot, their KATCHU, to make it stronger so it can level up and overtake all like our other meme coins market caps, and then at some point reach level 100. And the goal with KATCHU is basically to make it so big that it's too big to fail. So even if the bear market comes, that it's too big to fail, like all tokens will go down in the bear market, price wise, market price, but we want to make it so big that we will survive. That you just can't think away from KATCHU. Like PEPE is established, Floki is established, Shiba Inu is established. So the idea with KATCHU is to make it like very big, and we are 7 months now into the game. people might think, okay, like you guys just sit at 2.5 million market cap, and like he had 7 months time. What the fuck are you doing? But let me tell you this, like actually we didn't focus on the price at all. And I'm not saying this on the podcast right now, but I say this on every week, on our every week spaces, that guys, right now we're not looking at the price. We built actually something very big. We built a very big ecosystem, maybe more about that later. And we think that when we finally release what we had in plan from the start, that we can within a very short time get a lot of attention. And in crypto we saw that, like you can see our 100x 200x price wise in a day when the time is right. So we are not worried. We know what kind of time window we have, and we're pretty confident that we will reach our goals.
Yeah, man, I can really appreciate that, especially for the projects that are grinding in the trenches, man. Sometimes it's the ones that stay around the longest and continue working are the ones that are able to hold the floor and continue moving on. And you guys are trading like not exactly in a bad scenario right now. You guys have been sitting above $2 million market cap for the better part of the last 5 to 6 months. And you've had a couple pumps. I think you almost went up to about $10 million market cap at one point, which is super impressive. And it looks like you guys are on the verge of breaking out here, sometime hopefully before the new year. So kudos to you guys for continue working on the project and stuff. And I really like the idea behind, like the mix between the cat and the Pikachu, So I'm a big 90s kid myself too, and I collected the Pokemon cards. So, I'm a big Pokemon guy as well. I fucked with that shit for a long time.
That's amazing, man. And we love to fuck with ducks.
So no,
that's very
for
appreciated.
people that
Thank
don't
you.
know, like
Congrats,
our
man.
history goes back a little ways. We've had some spaces together, and we've created some really funny memes together as well with,
Yeah.
Doug the Duck and KATCHU performing a nice little
Yeah.
little 69 action and stuff. That was a pretty funny meme that got some buzz on behalf of both of our teams. So that was quite a little funny one that our artist had actually created and stuff. But you guys are doing a lot of community spaces and stuff. What's your ultimate goal with the community spaces, and what kind of projects have you had on?
Yeah, so the thing is, in regards to community, like we said from the start, we understand that very much, like the meme coin, like as Murat, like that famous meme coin nerd said at the Token 2049 convention. Like we say it like in a similar way since the start, like the meme coins are the tokenized community, right? Like forget all the maybe utility or ecosystem or whatever, or graphics or memes. Like even funny memes, they're nothing without like a very strong community backing that. Like in the end, we also like we're not come only because of the money, but also like for the fun that we have, like during like holding that coin. We get friends from all around the world. Like it's so super interesting. Like in our normal life, we have only to do with people in a 20-mile radius, maybe, because of work or other stuff. But here, you can meet people from South America, from Africa, from North America, from Australia, from Asia, and it's so interesting, and I think this is like a very strong thing, and this is why I love crypto actually like so much for that thing. Like forget like all that bad stuff, like the toxic corners of crypto, like the rugs, the pump and dumps, but there's also like a lot of positive things. So communities are very important for us, our community especially, and we try to stay in a direct like relation with the community. So for this, we also run the spaces, and spaces are also like a great opportunity to also meet with other meme coins, right? Like you know that yourself, like when you run a project, you have like hundreds of chats open on Telegram. You don't find the time, like to have like a one-on-one conversation with everyone. But on spaces, you have the chance, there are like 30, 50, maybe 100 people, and you can talk to everyone at the same time, which is really great. Like time is limited, so yeah, spaces are a very great opportunity to have that dialogue, right? And so yeah.
Well, I I can really appreciate that too. Now I know you guys got a couple different things that you're working on in the background. I know you guys have some short clip animations as well
Mhm.
as some different Pokemon themes, such as your singer ambassador, your Catch a Meme and KATCHU revamp, and then also your master app. So, do you want to talk about a couple of those finer points that you guys are working on right now?
Yeah, sure. You threw in some very interesting things because yeah, like this project is so big. Sometimes you even forget like all the bull stuff that we have here. Like yeah, we have like on the one hand we have Jason Page, the original Pokemon theme singer, the one that sang that song like I wanna be the very best, like no one. So this guy. Like he is with us long term. Like he loves what we are doing. You know, we have like regularly, like we have talks with him. Like even yesterday, I was on phone call with him, you know, like he's following our journey. He's saying that he tries to catch meme coins, you know, and catch a meme and so on. Like this is really cool. So yeah, then we have also wait, what did you mention?
Oh, well, let's. The first thing was the short clip animations.
Oh yeah, the short clip animations. Yeah, like we even like I can like be open about it. We even kind of were like inspired by Duck, you know, like when we started, you know, I think we launched like a little bit earlier before Duck. Like our focus was not at all on animations, like we were looking on other things. And then that funny Duck came around, you know, and you guys you had from the start like very hilarious like animations, you know. And in my opinion, uh, like props who props deserves, like besides Ponky, yeah, I think Duck is like has like the most hilarious like animations. Like I love that degen humor. So we wanted also to do like animations, and we had the we had the chance to meet a very great guy. He used to work for Disney and for Nickelodeon, and he has also like his own studio. And yeah, like since then we have also here and there like animations going. We keep it like on a low flame right now, but yeah, I think we have like 7 8 animated videos out for now. Hopefully we will increase like the interval of that a little bit in the future when we get more traction and when we have, let's say, like of course, like more funds available, we will have more possibilities. But yeah, animations are really cool stuff. Like it's entertaining and it's something also for the community. Like it's not even like that it brings buyers or whatever, you know, but it's it's bringing fun to the token. In the end, it's a meme coin. It has to be funny, right? It has to be fun. And then yeah, like catch a meme, like the idea. Shall I tell you like how the idea with catch a meme came actually up?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So we had we had a few months ago we had a game that we launched on Telegram. It was like a game where here and there Pokemons like appeared on a chart in our Telegram chat, and people could catch that Pokemon. So they had to guess like 6 options, and they needed to guess like which Pokemon is it. And one of the people was lucky to win, let's say like that Pokemon. So you could collect Pokemons, you had a leaderboard, etc. We have someone that collected almost 700 different Pokemons, and we had that game where you could swap basically like one Pokemon for one USDC dollar, you know, for $1,
Mhm.
and basically like play to earn. So that game was running, so keep that in mind. So how I came up with that idea, and at that time we were kind of looking into some marketing, and I will not sugarcoat anything. I will be like real in the crypto space. Most of the stuff is fake as fuck. You get ripped off so much along the way, left and right. There's a whole industry, you know, ripping hardworking projects off. And it works because people like us, you know, like they paid at some point money for that. Let me just mention CoinMarketCap. Yeah. $5,000 to get quickly listed at the start, and kind of if you don't do that, you have like a disadvantage at launch and this kind of things.
Same thing with what's the other listing? CoinGecko, right?
CoinGecko, everything.
CoinGecko also charges you upwards of $5,000 to get listed, and then all these people in the TG are like, "What happened with the application? Why didn't the application go through?" It's like, well, because they've got 20, 30 projects that are willing to pay $5,000, and if you didn't drop $5,000 for the instant listing, then you don't get listed.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, like this is insane, right? Then all these like KOLs, hundreds of KOLs, thousands of KOLs, and they all promise you, to help you, and like you throw money at them, but at the end, like they either don't move the needle or they do fake buys and then they sell it again, and it's so much noise, it's so much bullshit. Then think about all the Telegram groups with all that bots, like 20,000 members, 30,000 members. They want to have $500 for a pinned post or fake AMA with 300 bot listeners or whatever. So like you stumble upon that, let's say, like so-called marketing services left and right, and most of that stuff doesn't even help. It would be more promising if you just take the money and you put it as liquidity in your own chart. It's better.
That's what I've been thinking more and more, right? It's like all the people that are spending money on these AMAs and paying for these KOLs and stablecoin, by the time you support the chart, maybe even do market making yourself, you could push the coin a whole lot further than relying on these people that are very likely to dump as soon as they see a couple X's.
Exactly. And then look further. Look at like how many services are out there that offer volume. So it became a standard that almost every token fakes his volume. This costs also money, like a fraction always goes to radium, right? 0.25% of each transaction stays in radium. So you created volume, hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars of volume to become attractive. I don't even get it why people still look at volume when you can't like see like what is fake and what not. Then
it used to be a rising indicator of a project that was doing well because they were spending money for the volume bots, but now that volume bots have become the standard, how do you distinguish any of these things, especially because all the ruggers are throwing out volume bots on their 24-hour launches to get to these astronomical volumes. But you know who really is winning from this is, like you said, Radium, which gets to take a piece of every single one of these pools. Mm-hmm. And if you bought Radium back in, late last year, 2023, you were buying Radium for, under 25 cents. And now it's sitting here at $6 per coin. That's a pretty amazing return. You're talking about a 25x return on what I would kind of consider a blue chip coin. And a lot of that goes back to the volume that's being generated on chain and chain. And then also the Pump.fun coins, because portions of the bonding ultimately go to Radium.
Exactly, right? And then the newest thing, or one of the newest things, look at Dex Screener. Like it's so retarded. Like there is now this boost, moonshot, and then this boost. Like you pay like for boost 100, you pay $899, so $900. For boost 500, you pay like $4,000. And then you see tokens that have boost 5,500. This does mean there are tokens that paid $44,000 to have that boost for 24 hours. It's retarded, And we talk here about 50 to 100 coins per day only on Solana using that boost service. And
think about Dex Screener too. Anytime they get a CTO, right, it costs you $1,000 to revise all the information on their website.
Like the banner for $300, like in this type of stuff. I'm not even mentioning, now I mentioned. But think about it, like this is only Solana. Then there is Sui, Base, Tron, Ton, ETH, Finance Smart Chain, whatever, And there are also hundreds of projects that do that boost every day. And my question is, we're on Solana. We're both on Solana. My question is, like, you want to appear higher in Dex Screener to be seen, right? So you pay money to deck screener to do exact the same thing what these other 100 tokens do as well. So where is your advantage?
Well, if you're if you're spending $30,000 to $40,000, the ability for you to support the chart and buy and sell, like, here's the other thing is like, think about all the market makers, right? The people that are paying market makers for each one of these exchanges, they're giving them X amount of supply in stable and X amount of supply in this, and they're expecting the market makers to essentially work for them, but the market makers are just working for themselves. They're cleaning up with arbitration bots, they're creating spreads themselves, they're pulling liquidity out of your chart. And if a lot of people could learn to do that themselves, they could push the chart themselves.
Exactly. And then we go further, like Twitter, you have that bigger spaces, and some so-called KOLs or like great hosts, they charge money, so you have a seat and they listen to you, like talking, like you pay 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, dependent on what kind of space we talk about. So you have speaking time, to talk in front of 3,000 bots. It's like, this is what I mean, but this is all fake, and you get scammed along the way. So why I'm mentioning that, all that things considered, like I came to a point where I was so disappointed and pissed, I thought, like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, why are we supporting that bullshit, And it was a time when we like connected with a lot of other meme coins, like you guys, etc. Right? We did run the spaces together, and I was thinking, man, like, we have a community, we have like hundreds, maybe thousands of people behind. We are connected with other tokens. They have also an army of people backing them, right? So why do we need third parties? Like, we are the people, right? We are the power. Like, we can promote ourselves. We can make like our own movement. We can have like a loud voice if we go together. Like, together we are stronger. And this, in combination with that game that we had at that time in our Telegram chat, made me think, wait, how can we combine those two? So instead of catching Pokemons, what is if we catch meme coins, and then make a game basically that other meme coin Telegram groups can also run, and basically we have a game where our coins become visible across plenty of Telegram groups, where we get like the exposure in front of the audience that we want, in front of real crypto people, right? And like, at the same time, everyone was talking about, yeah, less PvP and we need to work together, And yeah, we put our technology, that what we built, behind our mouth, and we made it a reality. So everyone that is real about being like less PvP and we need to grind together, should be part of KATCHU Meme. So I think KATCHU Meme was at the start like very disruptive. I remember, like, in the first days, the tokens, they had a very bad feeling, like, yeah, if we add that game to our chat, like, we will see a lot of different other token logos in our chat. We don't want that. But that happened. What I saw, like, what I envisioned from the start, you kind of become used to it. Like, it's not a big thing, like, we have that game also in our KATCHU main group, for example, and we see duck, we see LFGO, we see other tokens, no problem. Because if our holders, or if your holders, or if the holders from the other tokens, if they go on deck screener to check the KATCHU chart or to check the duck chart, they also see other tokens, right? You can't avoid it. If they go to Twitter, they see like some KOLs shilling some shit coins, cabal coins, whatever. You can't avoid that. So I rather have our KATCHU community seeing tokens that are in the KATCHU meme game from projects where we have kind of a relationship with, than seeing the maybe potential scams, right? Like, we have a lot of diamond hands, but you can't always avoid that some people sell a little bit, or rotate the money. And I have the philosophy, like, I rather have them, like, if they sell a chunk, that they really like better get inspired, that they maybe saw like a token on KATCHU Meme and buy some of these tokens. Like, it's even better for them. It's better for our KATCHU Meme partners, etc. So yeah, like, I really hope that KATCHU Meme becomes big. I think this is very healthy for the space. We are by far not in the end stage of that. What we want to do with this. This will become so much bigger. But yeah, like we don't need these influencers. We can use this way or other things, or even also spaces are a great way to promote each other in front of real people. And yeah.
So, last thing I wanted to chat about with you here is
Mhm.
that KATCHU Master app. Can you tell me a little bit about that? What you got going?
Yeah, the KATCHU Master app. This is kind of like, I don't want to disappoint anyone, like, but this is kind of right now like a big secret. Like, I know the KATCHU Master app is in our pitch deck, and it's I think like also when you launch the KATCHU meme bot, there are like frames, like visualizing like the KATCHU Master app. Um, but right now where we are in development stage, it already became even way bigger than we envisioned it from the start. And even it's very like fresh news. It's pretty like alpha. Like I think 2 hours ago, we posted on Twitter and on Telegram an announcement that basically says, okay, like we are cooking, and with this message, we kind of wanted to transport the message that we will have probably from the team side radio silence. So we have the podcast with you guys here right now, but the next, I think, 2 weeks or so, roughly plus minus, we will don't do any announcements. We will completely focus on that so-called KATCHU Master app. And yeah, like unfortunately, I can't say pretty much more. Only that when everything works out as we planned, and I think we have like really like smart things that we envision there, then yeah, when we make that return and when we launch that thing, that we can create very big hype like within the day. And we want to drive as many people to play catch a meme, for example, as well. And I think the the people that are not into crypto, like the potential is untapped yet. If you can get hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of non-crypto people into that game, playing that, and maybe being that like the first contact to crypto, and maybe like the first coins that they buy is maybe like the coins that appear on Catch a Meme, like Duck or KATCHU. I think this will benefit all of us. So yeah, like the KATCHU app, let's say, um, I think this is our big thing. Like,
Your big claim to fame.
sorry?
Your claim to fame, right?
Yes. Like this is something where we should make like a very big move.
Beautiful, man. Well, I know that you guys are coiling into this beautiful falling wedge. One of the things that I like to always do is I like to, especially when we get some projects online, I like to always kind of pull open the charts and stuff and take a look at the charts a little bit. So I made a little chart for you guys.
Hmm.
And I am gonna post it here right now. I'm gonna share it. So what I've been kind of seeing is like you guys have kind of been trading and consolidating for a couple months now, but you've supported off of like this long trending support line, and you guys have a lot of support sitting right around that $2 to $2.5 million market cap range. So I know if you guys are coming up with something big, there's no better time to try and break out of this falling wedge, if you will, and start getting back up on that uptrend, get back to your all-time high. So super exciting stuff for you guys, and hoping all the best for your guys' success here going into this new year and post Thanksgiving. Are you a Thanksgiving celebrator?
No, actually not. I'm based in Europe, like where I hear
I'm
from. Like,
starting to realize that Europeans don't like eating food.
no, it has nothing to do with that. Maybe this is like even like personal. The thing is like usually like I'm not the type of person that is following trends. Like I'm that like over 90% of the people that they're conformists, and only a very small percentage are non-conformists. And my whole life I was always going like against the masses, like I don't get, let's say, affected by hype that much. I don't get affected by trends and by the so-called traditions, like I do my own thing. Like uh,
Well,
I have I
I'm
have
a
my
fat
values.
American, man, so I'm going to be gobbling up all that turkey and potatoes and corn. I
Oh yeah,
love it.
I love Turkey. Like if you invite me, like thank you very much. I will half of the turkey. But isn't that kind of cannibalism? If you as a duck eats turkey, like it's like the same species, kind of. No, it's
That
a bird.
is so. I think that's hilarious, man. Well, it's I appreciate you chatting here today. Normally, we finish off the last kind of 5 to 10 minutes talking a little bit about what Doug the Duck has got going here.
Oh yeah, I'm
So
pretty keen about it. Let's go.
awesome, man. Well, some really pretty amazing alpha. Like obviously, so we're sitting here at, I want to say we're at number 8 podcast. So we have now been doing this for almost 2 months. So we're happy to have you here on our 8th podcast. And in addition to that, we are now at about episode 11 for our comic book series. And on the Doug the Duck YouTube page, we repost that comic book series as a animated clip once a week. And really exciting, this last week we were close to hitting 50,000 followers. And looking here today, we have over 52.6 thousand subscribers for the Doug the Duck page on YouTube, which is really freaking amazing. Like you'd be hard pressed to find even a crypto influencer that's out there getting that many views. With some of our earliest podcasts, our first episode podcast with Soka Data got over 2,200 views, and I think our podcast that we had going here this last week with the Kid and Walter show, I think we had upwards of about 400 people that were watching live across all of our different streams, because we're streaming these to Instagram, to Twitch, to YouTube, as well as to Twitter X. So we get a lot of followers, watching these different things, and all of our episodes have just been absolutely taking off. So I think our episode 11, which we released here earlier this week, was making fun of Pang the Penguin. And a lot of our other views, our other episodes have gotten well over 100,000 views. So I think as a whole, our entire YouTube series has, probably received well over 1 million views, and we are just getting super close at closing in on the monetization, the ability to make money from our account. So we're pretty excited about that. Pretty excited about being able to bring in income from YouTube, in addition to the income that we're bringing from our YouTube series as well. So really, really exciting stuff. If you are out there listening and you haven't had an opportunity to take a look at the animated clips, we just boiled up the first 10 into a 10 episode, kind of system that's probably about 12 total minutes long. So it's a great little watch. I highly recommend you take a look at it. Really good content. Like you said, I know that you guys really appreciate that content, and we're continuing to churn it out. But some alpha beyond what we've just been doing on a day-to-day basis is some really, really, really awesome things. In talking with the dev today, they did want me to essentially make sure that that for all of the people that are here in the space today, if you are commenting on one of our platforms, whether it be X, YouTube, or Twitch, you will have an opportunity to receive a Doug the Duck beanie, as well as $20 in Doug tokens. So we are doing a little bit of a giveaway here today for
Nice.
some content and stuff. So make sure to throw a comment down there here today. Talk to us about why you're bullish on Doug the Duck or KATCHU. But beyond that, we have been spending a lot of time pushing our content out to TikTok. And in addition to that, we have been getting a lot of new views on our TikTok, because we have over 50,000 followers on that TikTok from some of our videos that have gone viral before. And this just right now we're seeing a really big kind of spark and craze in AI agents that are running their own crypto coins. I'm not sure if you've seen those. But what's pretty amazing, man, is what these language models can do just to create their own content. And our developers are actually very big into AI and programming, and they are looking to induce an AI agent into the Doug the Duck project in some shape or form very near in the near future. So that is one of the exciting things that we wanted to state here on the podcast today, is that we are looking to actively bring in an agent AI to the project soon and see what that can do for, building out content and supporting our users more.
That's amazing, man. That all sounds great. Like Duck is also very innovative, and I really love that you guys grow such a strong social media appearance. Whether it's YouTube or TikTok. I guess as soon as you guys start to monetize it, right? Like the content that you produce is already very great, but when you have actually that funds, I think you can increase even the frequency of the releases, and I love everything. I love the series. I love every clip. I think I watched it all. Amazing stuff in the AI agent. Never even looked into that, but pretty keen to see how it will work out with Duck. Really, really great stuff, guys. Check out Duck if you listening to this and you're not following Duck yet. No matter if it's on YouTube or TikTok or Twitter, or go to the Telegram, give these guys a follow. These guys work hard. They are in the trenches since a half year, and I don't wish it for everyone, because a lot of people, they are assholes. It's a fact, fuck them. But there are some good people, the Duck team, and I think they deserve all the best and have a very great community. This is a very funny meme. This deserves a lot of attention, and I can see Duck actually become a very famous meme character. PEPE, for example, before there was the token, PEPE was already a thing for years, right? But it gained popularity over years. It took years since it conquered the internet and until everyone knew about PEPE, right? And I think Duck can also do the same. It's pretty funny, So yeah, I really enjoyed to be here on the podcast. Very great vibes. You are a great host, my friend. And yeah.
Well, man, I wanted to say I really appreciated having you here on the podcast today. It was great to hear a little bit about what you and the projects got going, and obviously as two strong members of our communities that are always working for our community, it's great to always have a space with like-minded people. And also, I think we gave some really good insight, I think, on what it really takes to run these projects a little bit earlier, and how you separate the good projects from the bad projects, since they all kind of look the same nowadays. So really excited and really appreciated having you here today, man.
Thank you very much.
Well, with that being said, we are going to sign off here for the day. Whether you're American or whether you're European, this next week we are probably not going to have a podcast just due to the overall festivities, but we are going to look to do some form of community spaces. So keep an eye out for that. And of course, we'd love to have you out there, Co, as well as your community to come out to the spaces and just bullshit around with the team. So appreciate all you mother duckers out there and hope to see you here soon. Happy holidays.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. It's you and me. I know it's my destiny. Pokemon, oh, you're my best friend. In a world we must defend. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em. A heart
you ready for our bullish talk show? We got guests for days, all queuing in a row. The biggest names in the DeFi space, black, white and yellow, guests from every race. So hands off your dick, cause now you're in love. We're talking crypto daily with a big pump duck. Big duck energy, let's make banks fast. Come chill with us here on the Pondcast.
Take out that old bottle of champagne, find a reason to celebrate right now. Roll out that red carpet, get up, babe. Walk it like you ain't never been knocked down. Yeah, 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 yeah. Rain on my parade, go ahead, throw me off my game. Holding that trophy above me in a stadium full of empty seats. Little late, but I'm here saying congratulations to the face in the mirror saying congratulations. I'ma tell the world to do a celebration. You don't wanna say it to me, I'ma say it to myself. Congratulations.
It's been a long time and a long line. Coming up was a long climb. Skating by like a long grind. And you did it all with a flat tire. You pulled through, go you. This call for a good move. Strong drink and a couple brews. Clase Azul, make it two. Feel like I got paid. Sunny sky, no rain. Breaking bad like I'm Cranston. Throwing fists to this anthem.
Little late, but I'm here saying congratulations to the face in the mirror saying congratulations. I'ma tell the world to do a celebration. You don't wanna say it to me, I'ma say it to myself. Congratulations. For all the times you've been low, but you kept your head up. Had to make it on your own, so you made your own luck. Missed that off-ramp to that glory road. Got turned around, but I can hear him saying it now. Little late, but I'm here saying congratulations to the face in the mirror saying congratulations. I'ma tell the world to do a celebration. You don't wanna say it to me, I'ma say it to myself. Congratulations.